Yeah, Craig so live. 7 is what we do. Yeah, yeah. Stacking stats, I'm the bull in the pit. Charts looking crazy, but I never call it quits. Order book heavy, I'm moving with the tide. Candle wick flicker, that's the market on my side. Ride the waves, watch the candles glow. From the floor to the moon, let the profits show. Heavy bass drop when the bull breaks through. Crypto life 24/7, this what we do. Leverage tight, I ain't playing no games. Wrist set clean, still I'm torching these flames. All coin flips, I be running my plays. Mad on the charts, got me lost for days. From Wall Street to the blockchain lanes. Old money slow, we disrupt those chains. Up base hit when the market takes flight. We riding this wave to the end of the night. Ride the waves, watch the candles glow. From the floor to the moon, let the profits show. Heavy bass drop when the bull breaks through. Crypto life 24/7, this what we do. This what we do. This what we do. Ride the waves go. Ride the waves go. Ride the waves go.
Good. Well, whoa. Good evening, everyone. I thought I pressed pause on the music. My bad. I mean, I did, and it said pause, but it didn't pause. Anyways, welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate each and every single last one of you. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I had a great weekend yesterday. Watched a bunch of football. Had company over, had family over, and had some amazing local wings. Got a little bit of the season, got some honey hot and some honey gold. Just absolutely fire. I got my wings crispy because that's how I like them. Man, we got 75 wings. And I probably had like at least a quarter of this. Had a good bit anyway. So yeah, and then today it was watching my Titans get blanked. The Titans suck, bro. We're trying to go for another number 1 overall pick is what it looks like. But anyways, give Cam Ward a freaking offensive line, please. That's all I ask. But yeah, did that and then had one of my niece's 1-year birthday. So happy birthday to you. And yeah, miracle baby actually was in the NICU for several months. I want to say, I mean, it was quite some time that she was in a NICU, but she's good now, so all good. She was born at like 26 weeks. Like, it was pretty crazy. But she's here, and she's awesome, and there you go. All right, let's say good evening to everybody. How you doing? Alexandra, GGGGG, Mod Boss, Mod Queen, Mod God. Thank you for being here and pinning that Discord link in the chat. Make sure you join the Discord and get in there and talk. A bunch of people say good morning, but that's about it. At least recently. I've been really busy, so I haven't been too much in the Discord myself, so a little bit of that is on me, but like I told you guys last week that starting, I said this time next week, I think it was Tuesday, should be pretty much back in full force, so just waiting a couple more days. Tomorrow, I do got to make this announcement real quick. Tomorrow, I very likely will not be doing my stream, because my wife and oldest will be going to a concert. So I will be staying home with the toddler and the baby, and I don't think I'll be able to juggle that and stream as well. So tomorrow, no stream, but should be good after that the rest of the week and moving forward until the next thing comes up. So we'll see. But for now, we're good. All right. Good evening, Alexandra G. Good evening, Tex-Mex Biomex. Stacked them sats. That's right. What's going on, Melissa? What's going on? Harp with the metal horns. Wait, I didn't see any metal horns. Where are they? There they are. Okay. And the birds, of course. Birds pulling off another victory today, I saw. We got all set in the house. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Harp W. There you go. And that's it. That's it. That's commented so far. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get over to the charts and let's take a look at Bitcoin. We did get a nice move today. Yeah. I mean, we left the lows, came up just above the middle of this current range, which would be from this high down to this low. If I go ahead and pull this up, we did break above the golden pocket. And so, but we did not get a candle body close above this high over here on the hourly. I don't even know that we got one on the 15. Nope. I mean, we might have gotten a slight close above it, but I don't like that. I mean, it can still go higher. In fact, I kind of anticipate it might go a little bit higher to this 4-hour order block that I have grayed out here. But we also have this fair value gap just right there at in that same area. So definitely watching those. Now, I posted in the Discord that I want to see. Let me get back over. Let's get to the Blowfin chart because this is the chart that I set the levels at. So we have the fair value gap starting at 582, and it might be a couple $100 more than that on a lot of exchanges because this is the Blowfin perps, and they tend to run. The price tends to run a little bit less than, like, literally like $100 or $200 less than pretty much all the other exchanges. So I'm not sure why that is, but that's just their liquidity inside of their exchange, I guess. But we did break above this little notch in volume here, and we're currently kind of back testing the top side of that. So it might be a good opportunity to take a long. It's also a back test of this high over here. Bring that across, and you can see we did sweep that high. And I would say if this 4-hour can close back above it, then it might be a good opportunity for a little intraday long, if not more, but we'll see. The thing is, if this does close above here and creates a kind of a wick, then we would see a fair value gap created, and then I would be looking for price to come up. I would want to see it break above this high, and then I would want to see it come back down to that fair value gap. And then we could talk about continuation. But for now, we're still stuck within this range, and we got to get above this high over here at 113.904 per the Blowfin chart. And that's what was throwing me off when I was on over here on the Bybit chart, because that top side is 113.900. I guess I'm just throwing myself off. It's been a long weekend. 113.900 there, and on the Blowfin chart it's 113.904. So it's actually a little bit above it. Interesting. That's usually not the case. Let's see, we're at 111.772, 111.754. Interesting. Usually bluefin runs lower, but it's not in this instance at this point in time, right now. We do have some relatively equal lows down here, so we got to be careful with that. The reason why I say careful with this bounce is because if we just look not too, or quite recently, I should say, pretty recently, we had a similar move over here where we got a big blast up and we swept it high and then we fell over, okay? So we have to be careful that we don't do something similar over here. Come up here, sweep this high, and then come back down and go lower. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of expecting that. Maybe not the high, taking the high, but I'm kind of expecting. I still am currently leaning more bearish than bullish in the short term. Short to mid term. Going into, what's it called? October? Yeah. Pumptober, as they say. Well, let's pull this back out to the daily. Actually, let me go to a clean chart because I want to show you guys what I shared in the Discord. Let me find a nice clean chart, probably OKX. It's not going to matter so much as price. I'm just trying to look at the market structure, okay? So we have, and I have this marked off on other charts, so you'll have to kind of, don't mind me, but I've got to draw stuff again. So we have this little range here. Little bitty demand zone here. Okay. And I believe that we could see something similar that we saw over here. Over here. Where we come down, we sweep all the lows, we come down to a similar type of deal here. Now this one did front run it. Okay. Kind of like this one did right here. So we don't necessarily have to come back to it because we did front run this one. However, as corrective as this price action is, and not very impulsive, this seems like a fake out and like we're probably going to go lower and come down. And I would expect that we at least come down and take this low, with the possibility of us coming down and sweeping this low. And what follows after that is what I would expect to be bullish price action. But that does mean we get into the mid to upper 90s before we get the reversal. Now, this has happened somewhat before, and I pulled this bars pattern, and this is what I posted in the Discord of what I'm kind of expecting, which is essentially this right here. Except I would expect a sweep. So I'm just going to drag that out just a little bit. And this is pretty much what I am expecting, or what I want to see, what I think would be best case scenario for Bitcoin. If we can get this and sweep this low, and then we push higher. Now, if this is going to be our final hurrah, then I would expect for that last climb to be steeper than this one here. So that's why I kind of tighten this up a little bit, shorten that time span. And then if I just put this right here, I mean, you're looking at potentially October 27th, late October. But for pretty much October to be just a super bullish month for Bitcoin. I think things are pretty much lining up for that with that. It is Macro Monday, so we do have to, well, it is Macro Sunday, I guess. So we do have to take a look over here at the Bitcoin dominance. How are we looking over here? Do we look like we could be pushing to the upside at all? This does look pretty bullish. This did get a daily candle close pretty clean high above these highs over here. Of course, you get the pullback, maybe even all the way down to this fair value gap down here. But then eventually I think it will push higher, maybe hit our heads on that 60% again one last time as Bitcoin makes that push to the downside. Well, if it makes the push to the downside, then it will probably gain back some dominance. And then if it makes that continuation to the upside, it was OKX. Makes that continuation to the upside, then it will take a little bit more dominance from everything else for that final push. And then after that, it's altcoin season. Maybe even after a blow off top for Bitcoin, you get a hefty pullback, and then you see altcoins kind of just do a simple correction, unless outside of altcoins that run with Bitcoin, of course, they will probably see a deeper correction. But the ones that kind of lag behind everything else, and if they hold, then you look for them to really start to run in a retrace. If Bitcoin gets the retrace, then you see those altcoins go. That retrace would get us through December into, this is the 22nd right here of December, and then we could top in December, just like we have a few times before, actually. And then that's it. That's all she wrote. That's the end of the bull run. Until it's not. For about a year, right? What happens next year? Rate cuts, probably hefty rate cuts. And during that period, that is when I think we go into a bear market. But I don't think it's going to be as brutal as a lot of people think. In fact, it might just be another 6-month, 8-month downwards price action, chill, and then it just keeps on going. Who knows? Can't really tell at this point in time. That's way too far into the future, and we don't do price predictions on this channel. When Valhalla? October. I'm still sticking with October. October looks good. I just want to come down, take these lows, and possibly even this low, and then go. And then we'll see how long it can run for. But I give it a month and a half. What's going on, Alexo Crypto? How you doing, my friend? Look at those otters in the chat. Of course. I love bear markets. Yeah, how bet you do? I know you do. He was born in a bear market. I love candles moving. Yeah, pretty much. I just want the candles to freaking move, man. That's all I want. That's all I ask for. Just move. Fire sale's good too. Yep. Retro Mike Tech, what's going on? Thank you for being here, RMT. And J-Vi, thank you for being here. Bingo and a bango. T.I. Joe. Thank y'all, all of y'all, for being here. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. You are amazing. So yeah, I really want to see a capitulation type of flush of the market. Not really like a real capitulation, but a nice flushing of the longs and then a nice bounce. We get something like that and come down to like the 15-minute. And let's just say we do get that flush, okay? And we do come down into that demand zone. So let's just act like we do this, okay? Then we look for the shift in the market structure and a continuation on the lower time frames. If we got something like that, then I'd be super heavy on the longs. It's going to look a little funky. I can never do this how I want to. There we go. Should probably use the path tool. It would make it a lot easier. But yeah, for now, kind of just waiting. I don't want to take a short just yet. I really don't want to trade right now at all because it's Sunday and it's Asia. So we will wait for tomorrow. See what tomorrow doth bringeth. All right, let's take a look at the Dixie. Go to the daily. Okay, kind of corrective at the moment. Only a 3-wave move currently. And the 5th wave would have to come up to here. It couldn't go too much higher because the 2nd wave cannot be shorter than that 5th wave. But we do have a fair value gap up here. We have tapped it barely once before. Let's see. We swept this low. Nice push off of the lows. This can, I mean, even though this is corrective, it can turn impulsive. Just kind of gotta wait and see what we are dealt this week. As far as the Dixie is concerned, I would say it's favoring. It's got bullish order flow, so we get the push up, we come down into the fair value gap, and then we get continuation. Come down into this fair value gap. Pretty much needs a well, you have another fair value gap down here that it could come down and tap at about 97.73, and if it can get a push off of that, then the Dixie is a little on the bullish side short term. Now, I've pointed out before how we don't have to have the Dixie moving to the downside in order for Bitcoin to do a run-up. They've run up together plenty of times before, and they can definitely do it again. But it does help if Dixie's moving to the downside in general, for the most part. So right now, it is pushing down currently, so we'll just have to see where today's candle ends up. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Oh. Okay, so we had a triangle here. We broke down out of the triangle. We do have that point of control still above us. Let me add these days in here. So we're below the point of control. We're getting a bounce off of this order block here. We'll see if it can get back above the point of control, which is the red line. We'll see if it can get back above the point of control and not come back down and close below it. We want to see it maintain above it if we want to get continuation to the upside. Otherwise, we be very careful and we look for the potential rejection of the point of control and another push down. So those are the two bullish and bearish options there on Ethereum. Coming up to pretty much $4,300. Let's see. I can't say pretty much because it's a little bit higher. 43.20. So if we can get above 43.20, get a daily close above, I'd prefer multiple, at least 2 to 3 daily closes above the point of control, consecutive daily closes above, then we could start looking at longs. Unless it gets a nice big push and it breaks through this fair value gap. If we can get a nice push through that and get a daily close above that, then I would consider a pullback and then continuation. But if it comes to that fair value gap, hits that point of control, and rejects, then I go to the shorter time frames and look for All right, do we have a fair value gap in here? Order block that I can trade off of on the 1 hour, and then ride it on down to the value area low at about 46.25. If Bitcoin is to get the move down, I would expect pretty much everything else to get the move down. USDT dominance cleared above the highs, did get a nice big candle close above all of those highs and above this weekly fair value gap. That's what this red box is. That's a weekly fair value gap. Got a nice close above it. So we come back down for the pullback and then continuation to the upside. Take out this high, I think, potentially at about 4.94%. Take out that high, get a swing failure pattern, and then ride it on down. Do have these equal lows down here, so that's what I would look for, or that's why I would think for it to, I would expect it to push down, to come for those equal lows, if not this low as well. So if it is, if we are to get the move up, Bitcoin gets the move down, crypto gets the move down. And then if they reverse and they're going to push to the upside, then I would expect this to come down and take down those lows, take out the lows. So, because that's what that would mean. That's FD keeps posting sell your crypto vids. How is that not financial advice? YouTube is crazy. Yeah. Sell your crypto. I cannot tell you buy or sell. I can only tell you what I think I see, what I see, what I think is going to happen. But nothing is financial advice. Nothing on this channel that is financial advice. I'm just a guy that has his own office and looks at charts. Has been looking at charts for several years, going on 5 years. Kind of crazy. Total, not looking too hot. Looks like we created some equal lows in here, relatively equal. This did not come down and take out this low, so that leaves this liquidity behind below this low. So that's funny. It looks like a dash line on there, and it's not on the dash. It's not on the dash. It's on the dots, but it looks dashed. At least on my preview screen on my Streamlabs, it looks dashed. I've been selling every day for 11 years. There you go. I like FD. There you go. What's going on, Kelly? I don't know if I saw you. Jesus Saves. What's going on? JS77. Thank you for being here. Hello, everyone, and God bless. God bless to you. Jesus Saves. Thank you for being here. So, yeah. This is kind of... This is actually a very odd pattern in here. You take out these highs. Come back down, create this low. Come back up. Take out this internal high. So I would expect it to come down. Take out this internal low. This internal low over here as well. And probably even this low. This is another one of those zones. Well, I would say this one. I would look for price to come down to potentially come all the way down here. More keen on this high over here. And we do have a fair value gap right there, but I will just go ahead and mark off this level just in case. Okay. So yeah, we'll see. We will see what it does. We'll see if it can maintain or not. Maybe a Band-Aid. What's going on? I don't know if I bought enough Sol on Friday. I took a Sol long earlier today. I jumped out probably a little early, but that's okay. When you increase your entire account by like 3%, that's a good day for me, in my opinion. If you can increase your whole account by 3% in a single day, it's not too bad. I need my trading home, and I need the SPY S&P 500 on the daily. Opening the day in the green, we're up 0.25%. So 0.25% if you don't know your decimals and your percentages and your math. That's 0.25%. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyways. Let's see. We have some relatively equal highs up here, so I would expect for the S&P to continue to push towards those equal highs up there. I do expect the indices and stocks to kind of continue to push, kind of leaving crypto in the dust for the time being. Excuse me, got the hiccups. Goodness. Because not a blow off top, not even a rounded top, just some equal highs, begging to get taken out. So I would expect to see those highs get taken at some point. Let's see it take out this high first at about 24.90, 913. See if it gets a pullback from there and then a continuation. So yeah, I think this could be the last week of significant downside. Hopefully, this week, maybe even. Well, this will be the first week of October. How many days? Because I think when I charted it yesterday, I got to the 4th of October, which will be next Saturday, the 5th Sunday. So I would be looking for things to really turn around at least on the 6th. Unless they can just unless we're just not going to go for the lows and we're just going to go ahead and get going, but I don't see that being too likely. Disclaimer protects against potential legal suit. I just put it at the bottom of all my video descriptions to cover myself. When the bear market hits, people look for someone to blame. Yeah, that's true. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. It's so weird, and I'm super weird, so if I think it's weird, it's crazy weird. Okay. You don't get this YouTube rule? So yeah, I'm not sure. I honestly don't know what happened with Alex. I think someone probably got lost a trade off of one of his trades or something and got mad and had a whole bunch of accounts and probably mass reported Alex or something. That's my guess. Which can happen. And that's why I don't really share trades on YouTube. But I mean, he does it every single day, and he's got his monetization back. So clearly, trading on YouTube isn't an issue, especially if you say not financial advice and all that stuff. But yeah, you just have to, because if people take your trades and you didn't give the disclaimer, then that you are not a financial advisor, then they can come after you for like fraud. It's like, oh, they said that they're an expert and blah, 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 blah. They didn't say they weren't an expert. It's like guilty by omission or something. I don't know. But it's mostly just YouTube covering their butts from their advertisers. That's what it really is. So, yeah, if you want to know why they take 30%, it's because legal fees. 30% of your memberships and your super chats. They take 30%. And I guarantee you it's because of legal stuff. Take the trade at your own risk. Yep. So, yeah. Let's take a look at the economic calendar, see what we've got going on this week. If anything, next week, okay. High impact. We've got Jolts Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we have ISM Manufacturing Wednesday, same time, 10 a.m. EST. And then Friday, it's a non-farm payroll week. So it should be a good week for trading. Monday, no news. I typically don't like no news days. They tend to be the setup for the news days. That doesn't mean you can't make trades those days. It just means those trades are typically lower in probability. Typically. Doesn't mean you can't make trades and win trades. That's just what it typically is, because there's not usually a whole lot of movement on days without some kind of news. So you can still have something happen on a Monday, like a tariff announcement of some kind that can move price. But as far as the economic data releases, there's nothing really here. We do have stuff with China that hasn't come out yet, it doesn't look like. 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Well, we should have been well past that. Okay, so you just haven't updated yet. Okay, who cares? No one cares about Chinese economic data. Or Japan, for that matter. So yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Those are the trading days, in my opinion, the best trading days for this week. When you should see the liquidity grabs, and that is when you that's when you make your trades, is when there's liquidity grabs. Short-term scalps, that is. You can still do other types of trades if you so please. The Russell did fall after making another new all-time high. And now it just needs to get some follow through, get some continuation after a little bit of a pullback here. So we did come back down. We did fall below. We broke above the triangle and this upwards channel. And then we fell right back in it. So it doesn't really bode well for the bulls and for risk on assets such as our crypto. So we need to see this Russell start printing more and pushing high again. Because right now, it ain't looking good. It is not looking good. Now, it could get its own pullback along with Bitcoin and crypto, just like I'm expecting them to continue their pullbacks. The Russell might do the same, and then they might go all at once together. We'll see. We'll see if this can get some continuation. Right now, just stuck within the range, back within the range, and just chilling. Let's see if they can get back above. What's NVIDIA doing? Kind of trying to put in a rounded top is what it looks like it's trying to do. Oh, a bunch of equal high. We got some equal highs up here on NVIDIA. And with the NASDAQ, your S&P 500, both of those having the equal highs as well, then I would think that NVIDIA, however you say it, will continue to push higher as well. We do have the 1.618 here at $194.45, $194.45 per share. So that can easily get some continuation. Plus, this does look like a wave 4 of a 5-wave move. Let's turn that off. This being 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and then 5. Now, it can go up to that 1.618, or it can continue all the way up to the 2.618. Who knows how high it'll go? But I do expect another push up. It only has to barely take out this high over here. So it doesn't have to do anything crazy. So we'll see what it does, but I would expect more upside out of NVIDIA as soon. Hopefully. It's pronounced greedy Vidia. Well, it depends on who's in power. Recently, Canada is not great. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Anyways. Maybe that'll help you see it. So yeah, that's I'd expect one more push out of NVIDIA as well. Tesla looking super bully. Can it continue? Man, how long ago did I draw that up? I don't know, but it's looking pretty nice. Very nice. How much? Nice bullish break out of this triangle. Still stuck within the general range. Did clear these highs over here again. So now it's just got to clear this high over here at 490, 480. Hold on. $488.54. And I mean, this looks like some bullish consolidation leading higher, and left a little bit of a gap down here. Not sure that will have to be taken back or not. But consolidating at the highs here, so that's good. Would want to see it get above this 439.20 mark, and then I would look for some continuation. This is a weekly chart. My goodness. That's one bullish looking chart, let me tell you what. Wow, 2010. Tesla's been around as long as Bitcoin. It's kind of weird, isn't it? You know, let's do a little compare tool. Let's put this on log. There we go. Pump up. Pump up. Sideways. Bitcoin down. Bottom out here. Bitcoin bottomed out first. Big run up on Bitcoin. Sell off. Shove it all into Tesla. Everything runs up at the same time. I mean, that's 2020, 2021 when we printed all the money. So pretty much everything ran up at that time. I'm not seeing too much. Oh, look at that. Remember, this is when Elon announced that Tesla was buying Bitcoin. This is when they announced that they were selling Bitcoin. And then it pretty much went downhill. I mean, we did get one more push up, and then we went down. And you see they both went down pretty much same time, pretty much bottomed around the same time. And Tesla's just been slowly climbing up. Looking like it's trying to get another break out of here. May not. We'll see. Do have these equal lows in here, so that is kind of. See if it'll swing fail above this high and then come back down and take those lows. Swing fail, come down, take lows, stay within the range. Another push to the upside. In 2026, 2027. Maybe after we get all the, once the rate cuts start, we get the push down. That's what I'm thinking. Thinking crypto kind of sets its highs this year, and then it kind of chills out as stocks such as Tesla go on their final runs. And then once the rate cuts really start, once they start getting more consistent with the rate cuts, is when I think you'll start to see the market pull back across the board. Gold continuing to push, sitting here at $3,790. Continuing this week in the green. The daily getting a nice push higher than last week's high. Got to be careful with that. That could easily turn into a sweep and then a push back down, but I don't know that that's going to be the case here with gold, because gold is on a mission, and it got a nice little breakout, back test, and getting a continuation right now. So gold is looking still amazing, still looking amazing. Kind of wild. That is one bullish effing chart, bro. This is what we were expecting out of Bitcoin. That is quite the chart. $2022, just going ballistic. Absolutely insane. Silver is coming up close to its all-time high of $50, $49, depending on your exchange, $48 to $50. So yeah, silver's coming up on the brink of its own little parabolic breakout. And this is a like 40-something year resistance level that got put in the 70s, 79. It's been holding silver down for since then. 25, 20, 45 years. It's kind of crazy. That's why I bought shares in a brand new gold mine in Western Australia. Hey, there you go. Felt Joe. Good night, bro. Good night, everyone. Pretty tired. Woke up early and now it's hitting me. Good night, Joe. Thank you for being here, man, and smashing up that like button. I do appreciate you, brother. Make sure you subscribe to Joe if you're not already. I'm pretty sure everybody here is subscribed to Joe. So, but if you're not, go check him out. Yeah, silver is looking pretty bullish here. I know Piper said he wants to sell his silver at $50, so he might get a chance to do that. Oh yeah, I forgot that we had this week over here, because yeah, it did hit $50, or it came up just short. 49.83. Our bonds are still screwing us, sitting at about 4.16 here on the 10-year. Kind of the exact opposite of what a lot of people were expecting after getting rate cuts. Kind of expected the yields to start moving down. However, that was not the case, because if anything, we showed that it's okay if we get a bump in inflation. But if you get that, people are going to sell their bonds. So bonds, the yields go up. Why? Because people want the cash, I think. Or no, they go into assets. I've learned a lot, but I'm still kind of getting the whole yield thing down. Okay. When it comes to that, um, never expect that. Never expect what? I don't even remember what I said 5 seconds ago. So you got to help me, Piper. And by the way, good evening, Piper. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for the stream. Thank you, Jesus Save 77. If you are saying good night, then good night. Thank you for being here. Metals bull run. Yeah, metals, precious metals. We want to see the alternative currencies go too, though, because that's kind of the whole thing, right? It's kind of we got this whole currency war thing going on between the BRICS nations and the US dollar, and the US dollar versus the BRICS nations and Europe probably too at this point. So yeah. First time on this channel, but I do see familiar faces. Hey, Alexander G. What's going on? Nick Dunn. Thank you for being here, my friend. Yields to drop when Fed cuts rates. Oh, yeah, never expect that. Yeah, exactly. Why would they? And I mean, this just looks to me like it just wants to rip higher. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to do that, but if it was a normal chart, I would be like, oh yeah, this thing looks like it just wants to take out all these highs, right? But it's not a normal chart, thankfully. It's not really a normal chart. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look how low these yields got in 2020. That's absolutely insane. They got to zero, right? Close, 0.33. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Never expect them to go that low again. Now without some other kind of crazy panic. So yeah. Don't really have much else, guys. Flag. Pump it up, baby. I'm not the biggest trader of the flags. I will say that, because this can easily just turn into something like this, right? No, 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 no. And then a push up in like 2030. This is when the real bear market's going to hit, maybe, potentially. It's 2030. And then it's just going to rip, and and the dollar's going to die. That's what's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see. In due time, my friends. In due time. Now I'm in a house with the rate they bought at in that window. Double, please. Yeah, I bet you are, man. That was when I refinanced my house. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Whoa, 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 JR. We're going to have to ban that word. Now we're going to have to ban that word, JR. We don't even use words that sound like the F slur. All right? I see you. Guys, I do appreciate you all for being here this evening. Be cautious. Let's see how Monday plays out. See what the market provides us as far as setups go, going into the news on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then and Friday. So it should be a good week for scalp trades, and so we'll see, because it is non-farm payroll week, JOLTS week, all that good stuff. So yeah, amazing. Amazing. I'm not a hater. Hedge gang. There you go. Stay hedged. Stay hedged. Piper, don't do it tonight, but I was expecting a phone call last week, because you said it on your stream that you needed to call me. So I'll be waiting for tomorrow. You got Piper's DCA plan tomorrow. Make sure you guys go over to, if you don't know Army Piper, make sure you go over to the Piper Academy and hit that subscribe button. And also join the Piper Academy. It's $5 a month, but you get a whole bunch of stuff with the Piper Academy, including the Piper Dynamic DCA plan for Bitcoin and some select alts. And yeah, he's killing it with that DCA plan. So y'all make sure you check that out 100%. So, but yeah. That's it, guys. That's it tonight. Reminder again, no stream tomorrow night. I got daddy duty tomorrow night as the wife and the oldest go to a country concert. And I got to stay home and with the toddler and the baby and the 13-year-old and make sure they eat and survive, you know, pretty much until mama gets home. So they will be gone, so I will not be able to stream tomorrow. So I will see you all again outside of Discord. Don't forget to join the Discord. You'll see me in Discord for sure. See me on Twitter at Lunar Beaches or X. And then yeah, as far as streams go, I will see you it'll be Tuesday. I'll see you Tuesday. And but until then, I thank you all for being here, and I will see you all then. I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep, and make sure you have your volume turned down because the song that I'm about to play has some bad words in it at the very beginning as well. But I thought it sounded pretty cool, so we're going to play it. So anyways, thank you guys. Smash up the like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button if you are new, and hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I create new content and when I go live. I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep, and I will see you all on Tuesday. Thank you. Mad love. God bless. Peace out. Wait, I got to find the song. Nerd alert. Let's see which one. Let's try this one. Okay, mad love, peace out, God bless, bye bye.
It's what we do. Nah. Fuck you, Brian, no. Fucking doing it gold, Lou. Yeah. Yeah. Stacking stats, I'm the bull in the pit. Charts looking crazy, but I never call it quits. Order book heavy, I'm moving with the tide. Candle wick flicker, that's the market on my side. Ride the waves up, watch the candles glow. From the floor to the moon, let the profit show. Heavy bass drop when the bull breaks through. Crypto life 24/7, this what we do. Ride the waves, watch the candles glow. From the floor to the moon, let the profit show. Heavy bass drop when the bull breaks through. Crypto life 24/7, this what we do. Leverage tight, I ain't playing no games. Wrist set clean, still I'm torching these flames. All coin flips, I'll be running my plays. Mad on the charts, got me lost for days. From Wall Street to the blockchain lanes. Old money slow, we disrupt those chains. Sub base hit when the market takes flight. We riding this wave to the end of the night. Ride the wave, watch the candles glow. From the floor to the moon, let the profit show. Heavy bass drop when the bull breaks through. Crypto life 24/7, this what we do. By the way, watch the candles glow. Watch the candles glow. Yeah. Crypto life 24/7, this what we do. By the way, low my nigga. Fuck we don't like. This what we do. By the way.
Charts action.